Let us actually add the libraries and the JNI files to our project so that we can actually finish whatever we need to do with ACR and then start writing some code. So let us go to here, and you can actually go ACR Android SDK, and it's going to bring you to this page. So right here you are going to see download Android SDK. You are going to see download Android. I've already downloaded the SDK, so I don't need to do it. Just download it in a nice place and then extract the folder. I've extracted the folder here. I've extracted it here. Let's open it and let's see what's inside. So here we can see that we have some JNI files, and here is the SDK. Here's the jar file that we need. So we are going to first of all add the jar files and also add the JNI files. So let's go back into our code. Before we do that, before we add that, we have to actually add these files to our manifest file. We have to copy these files. I'm going to add it to the manifest because we are going to be doing some damage to our Android application. So we need to add these files to our manifest. So we have the record audio permission, the network state, the internet, read phone state, audio record, and all those blah 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 stuff. We have to add it to our manifest. And also we are going to need a glide. We are going to add a GIF to our application, a GIF. That's going to indicate whether the audio is being processed or is waiting to listen to audio and all that, just to make our app more user friendly. So just add these files to your build, to your Gradle build, your build Gradle here. Let's just put it right below here and build and sync our application. So what Android Studio is going to do, that is going to build and import this thing into the ACR demo application. That's what's going to do. Let's wait for Gradle to finish. Gradle is trying to actually download. You can check here that it's trying to download the glide. It's trying to download the glide and add it into our application for us. Depending on your internet speed and connection, is going to finish on time. I think my internet connection is very slow, and I believe that I don't really finish building it perfectly. Good. So Gradle has finished building it for us. Gradle has finished building it for us. So let us go on importing the jar file. You remember we downloaded this file here and I extracted it and I have it somewhere here. So we are going to actually import first of all this guy into our application. We are going to import into our application. Gradle is still processing something and is now indexing. It's still indexing here. It's scanning files to index. It's indexing and this is done. So let's come here, file. Let's go to new model. Let's go to import model. We are going to import a model to our class. No, actually, we have to come to file here and let's say new model. We are going to add a new model to our application. So let's come here and let's look for a jar file. Let's add a jar file. Next, let's look for the location of the jar file in our application. I remember we put it on desktop here, and that's the jar file. The jar file we downloaded. So it's going to detect it for us, and let's finish it. Let's finish and add it to our application. The jar file is being added to the application for us. Okay, so while the jar file is about to finish, we have to know that after we have imported the jar file to the application, that is not it. We have to click. You see that the jar file has been added here, ACR Cloud Android SDK 1.5.7.3. So we have to click on our application, go to file, project structure, click on our application, go to the dependencies here, and then we can click on add a jar dependency. We could have actually added our our jar file straight from here, but we don't want to do that. We've already put it into our application. So we'll go to add a model, then we click this guy here, we hit OK. Then the jar file has now been added to our application for us. I think the jar file has now been implemented and connected to our application. Okay, so right now there's one more thing. I have two GIF files that I'm using. Here. I have two GIF files. It's on my desktop. The Soundwave GIF, that's going to help us identify. It's going to, add some status to this. The Soundwave here. I'm going to add this, and I'm going to also add this file to it. We are going to need these two files. So to do that, let me just copy them. Let me copy them here. Let me copy these two items and drop them in my drawable. It's not good to put in your drawable, but for now we are going to just drop it somewhere here. Let's paste it here. Let's paste it somewhere here. Good. So we have two sound GIFs. We have this guy and this guy, just to make our application look nice.